are.
Currently in the United States, there are only 6 states that are teaching cursive. Many other states, due to the Common Core, have decided to leave cursive behind and start teaching typewriting and computer skills. Our nation was founded on many documents that are written in cursive, such as the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the U.S. Constitution. If we stop teaching children cursive, they won't be able to go and see documents like the Declaration of Independence and understand anything that it says. I wanted to talk about cursive because I think it's really important to help kids, especially who are dyslexic, understand and be able to read, as this is a main form of their therapy. In my speech, I'm going to be discussing how reading cursive, writing cursive, and how signatures are very important and why cursive should be reinstated in schools. The first thing is reading cursive. Students who are dyslexic have a really hard time with block letters, seeing as they are individual and their brain does not process it as a whole word, and it makes it easier to switch around the letters. Dyslexia is a form of mental illness where the brain decides to swap around letters, and it makes it really hard for any students to understand anything that is written down. For my visual aid, I have a picture of a student right here that's writing in block letters who is dyslexic, and as you can see, many of the words, like this word supposed to be airplane, is misspelled and is hard to understand. On the other side, this is a student who has the same form of dyslexia, is writing in cursive. Some of the words are also misspelled, but they're much more easier to understand, and you can see that the student has a better time understanding and forming the words. With the schools doing Common Core, dyslexic students are falling far behind and aren't getting the special need, like the special care that they need that cursive allows, that should be taught in schools anyway. Another thing that reading cursive helps with is, like I said, our founding documents in our nation. Children most of the time go take trips to DC, and now many of them can't read the original documents of our nation because they don't understand cursive, and it is hard for them to understand. The next thing I would like to talk about is writing cursive. Writing cursive helps the brain with cognition because when you form the words in one whole, it keeps the brain healthier and active when you write the word. It also helps with memorization because when you write it as one whole word, your brain processes it better versus when you write it in blocks and it is very chunky and the brain has to work harder to understand it. Another thing that writing cursive helps with is it helps with learning and retaining information. When you write words over and over again, which cursive helps when you practice it, it helps. It allows the brain to understand and retain that information faster. The last thing that I would like to discuss is signatures. Many children that I have talked to who are younger don't know how to sign their own name because they never taught cursive, and so when they say sign their name, they print it out in blocks. That is not signing your name, and many kids now just scribble and don't understand what signatures are. It's becoming a lost art, and I think it's very important to teach kids this because for the rest of your life, you're going to be signing documents like contracts, your house, car loans, and things like this where you're going to need to know how to sign your name. Another thing that cursive helps with is a creative writing style. Many kids, when you write block letters, don't have their own type of penmanship style. Cursive allows you to write freely and create your own type of style, whether you want to space your words out further or bring them closer together. It allows for you to create your own style. In this speech, I hope that I help persuade you to understand why cursive should be reinstated in schools, and it allows for students who are dyslexic to help them, and it's also going to help with our history because without it, we're going to lose documents like the Declaration of Independence and students aren't going to be able to understand. Thank you. Are we good? Oh, one more minute.